Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Expanding Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. I'm your channel host, Tasha, and today I wanted to just lead you through a Hatha flow, a series of warm-ups, movement, and a short meditation at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, as we begin, let's take a moment and hoping you're in a space where you can focus on you for a moment. And if you can't, maybe let's working on bringing peace and awareness to the space that you are in and your practice to focus on you for a moment. Bringing your thoughts inward. Let's begin with an Om. And as we begin spreading our legs wide so we can let the energy flow throughout our body, just beginning with a gentle warm-up. Rotating your hands, letting them fall gently at the waist. Stimulating that digestive system and your kidneys for good clean out of your body. You're just giving your body a little assistance on getting rid of toxins. So just letting those hands fall at your sides. Working your way up as you think about your intention for joining today, for this practice for yourself. What do you want to get out of it today or overall? Even if it's just to feel good, focusing on that intention. Coming back to center. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, slight back bend as we bring our hands to heart center, letting them fall to our sides. Let's go ahead and begin with a breath of joy. So bringing breath and awareness into our lives. If you do it with a smile, it's even better. So let's go ahead and stand about shoulder width apart. And it's going to be a series of 3 inhales through the nose and then 1 long exhale through the mouth. So it's going to look like this. I'll go ahead and demonstrate the first time and then you can join me for 3 rounds. So it's going to go join me. One last time. As you let your head dangle, let gravity take your head. Just dangling as you're in this fold, your head shaking it out. Yes and no. Left and right. And then from here, tucking that navel into your spine like a false, kind of a false inhale, kind of like you're barely sucking in the tummy. Keeping that navel to spine so your back is nice and strong, legs strong, walking your hands up the front of your body to Tadasana, mountain pose. This is again the core pose for all your standing postures. So I'm going to take you through this Hatha yoga session. It does have some Ashtanga and Iyengar influences to it. So it's kind of a mixture. And so it'll have a little bit of flow and holding of postures and cueing to breathe, as well as some energy locks as well for good strong poses. So let's begin with mountain pose. So mountain pose, you want to be sure and ideally feet are together. You can do it apart also. I just heel toe once apart. That's my personal preference. You want to make sure your navel is tucked into your spine. That is one of your bandhas. I will cue that throughout the practice, navel to spine. It keeps this whole band around that middle part of your body nice and strong. And you just want to keep that as a constant throughout your practice. Let's go ahead and always check your alignment. So good way to do that is shoulders up, back and down, as if they're kissing back. Your shoulder blades are giving each other a kiss behind your back. Mountain pose, you want your fingers pointed sharply down towards the ground like laser beams of light. Your gaze forward and focusing on a stationary object, and then your head nice and tall as if a string is pulling you up from the ceiling. Tadasana. Throughout the practice, breathing in and out your nose, always being aware of your breath. Making sure you're breathing. From here, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind our back, like that, for Yoga Mudra. Yoga Mudra, we're going to go ahead and inhale our arms up, take a step back with that right leg. Your right foot should now be at a 45-degree angle. Your hips should be facing forward, and your left leg should be slightly bent just so it's covering your little toes and that big toe is exposed. It's important for proper alignment that your knee stay in alignment with those toes. This is your Warrior One or Hero One. Just breathing here for a moment. To inhale up, making a fist. Exhaling as we release into Kartikayasana, Archer. Inhaling, right arm back, looking forward at that target down that left arm. Keeping that target on your intention. And exhaling into Warrior Two or Hero Two. You want to keep your body so it's as if you're against two panes of glass. Keeping that tailbone tucked in. You don't want to stick it out or jut it out. You want to be nice and straight there. Looking down, keep making sure that left knee is still bent. So it's just covering your little toes, your big toe exposed. Your back foot, right foot, should be at a 90-degree angle, just centered with the heel, the alignment. Your left heel should look to the center of that right back foot. Hopefully that made sense. From here, let's go ahead and inhale up, bringing our right arm down our right leg, left arm up, lengthening through the body for a reverse hero or reverse warrior. Looking up into that left armpit. Getting a little snip there. Kind of strange, but you want to feel that lengthening through that left side of your body. Breathing in and out that nose. Then making an angle as you exhale, angling that left arm as you come down. And then bring that right arm over, being sure to keep that right shoulder back. And reaching over, feeling the lengthening through that right side of your body. Moving in and out with your breaths at your own pace from here. I like to do it as almost if it's like a dance. Just going with your breath. Whatever feels good for you. Listening to your body. Remembering to breathe. On your next extended side angle, we're gonna circle sweep down, kind of windmill down, bringing our left foot back into plank pose. From here, exhaling, the knees down, and then coming down into chaturanga. Hopefully you can see me, sorry if you can't, as I go down, but we're gonna go ahead, keeping your elbows in, you're gonna go to the floor, chest down, bringing it up, lifting those hips up off the ground for upward dog, tucking your toes under, inhaling and exhaling into downward dog. In downward dog, you want to make sure to keep your palms spread. And that way, keeping all your pressure, go ahead and stay in downward dog. You want your pressure of your palms right here. And that'll help relieve pressure on your wrists. And then it's as if someone's pulling you up by the string, by your hips, up towards the sky. And as we move forward, you want to go ahead and look forward. That'll help you be able to step up, meeting your feet with your hands, keeping that navel to spine, strong legs as you walk to the front of your body. I actually forgot to take off my socks before I started. Makes life so much easier. I'm also going to switch directions so you can see me from the side. And so this time we're going to go ahead and do the other foot. Inhale, arms up, stepping back with that left foot now. Your left foot should be at a 45-degree angle. Your right leg should be bent, so your knee is just covering your little toes. Your big toes still exposed. Your hips facing forward for Hero 1 or Warrior 1. From here, let's go ahead and just breathe. In and out your nose. And on your next inhale, reach up, make a fist, and exhale into Kartiki-asana, archer. Inhaling, drawing your arm back, releasing into Hero 2. Or Warrior 2, whichever you're familiar with. Breathing here. Your back foot, left one this time, should be at a 90-degree angle, ideally. You could also do a 45-degree. That would work also if it feels comfortable for you. The key here is listen to your body. So we don't want to be forcing it into anything that it's not ready for. So do what feels best for you. You know, you just pushing yourself a little, but you don't want to feel pain or discomfort. Let's go ahead and looking down that right arm, keeping your arms nice and level. That knee, checking that knee, make sure it's following the toes. You want to inhale, right arm up into reverse hero. Looking up at that right arm, as if your nose is kind of in your armpit there. And on your next exhale, making an L shape out of that right arm, bringing it to your thigh, gently resting, and then reaching that left arm across your body, over your head, keeping that shoulder back so you're nice and aligned. You have that lengthening through the body. And then from here, moving in and out of reverse hero and extended side angle. Moving with your breath. Doing your little dance, your flow here. And on your next extended side angle, windmilling down as we bring our right foot back into plank, exhaling down to our knees, and then keeping those elbows in, leading with the chest, chaturanga, up dog, inhaling and then exhaling into downward dog. Downward dog, you want to make sure and keep your fingers spread wide, your pressure in your hands in the little balls of your fingers to take the pressure off your wrists. And from here, let's go ahead and walk it out a little. And then looking forward, let's hop or walk to the front of the mat, keeping that navel to spine, walking your hands up the front of your body as we come back to mountain pose. Next, let's go ahead and do the extended leg raising. I'm going to go ahead and show you the first level of this posture. If you know a higher expression, please feel free to practice that. But I'm going to go ahead and just teach first level for all of these postures. So your extended leg raising. You want to make sure your feet are nice and firmly planted on the ground. And you want to make sure your mula bandha is engaged. So that's engaging those muscles between the pubic bone and the tailbone, lifting that pelvic floor up. And what that will do is help with your balance. And if you need to, another good way is use a chair. Put your hand on something. No shame in that. You strengthen over time. So if you need to, go ahead and grab a chair or something near you to help you balance, or just step off your mat so you don't have, that pad. So let's go ahead and start with this first level. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and gently clasp the right knee with that left hand. And then we're going to rotate the foot right and left. Inhaling up and exhaling back down. Doing the other side, go ahead and make sure we have our right foot firmly planted on the ground. Inhaling that knee up, left knee up, clasping with that right hand, with that mula bandha engaged, so that pelvic floor engaged. We're going to go ahead and rotate your foot right and left. Inhale up, exhale back down for extended leg raising. From here, let's go ahead and step all the way to one side of your mat and take a nice wide step all the way over. And I apologize, if you were facing the front of your mat, you're going to rotate either to the right or to the left, then take that wide step. So you're on that long side of your mat. I'm kind of doing it from the side so you guys can see me a little bit better. So from here, you want to make sure that your toes are pointed directly at that long side of your mat. It's as if you're pigeon-toed. If you need to, you can heel toe out a little further. And what that will do is help you once you're down to the ground to easily reach the floor. If you need to use blocks or something like that, go ahead and grab those or have those handy. You know, if you can't make your palms, if you can't get your palms to the floor. So that'll help you. So from here, you should have a nice wide stance. Your toes should be pigeon-toed, so they're pointing directly at that long side of the mat. Let's just go ahead and tuck our navel into our spine, our hands on hips, and then shoulders up, back, and down as we do a slight back bend, and then hinging at the hips, making our way forward, following our gaze down to the floor as we gently bring our hands to the floor. Letting our head dangle, shaking it out, yes and no, right and left. We're going to go ahead and inhale, half lift, eyes to the horizon, and then exhale, back down into a forward fold. From here, let's place our left palm firmly on the floor, and then inhale the right hand up, looking up at that right hand for a nice twist. Breathing here for a minute, in and out your nose, just a few breaths. Exhaling down, inhaling the left hand up, looking up at that left hand. Exhaling back down, both hands on the floor as you heel toe in. So just moving your toes back and forth as you bring your legs together, about shoulder width apart. Go ahead and bending the knees, navel to spine as we circle sweep up. Slight back bend, and then take a turn to the front of your mat. So right now, your right foot would be forward on the mat. Your left one is back. You want that left back toe, that big toe on the left foot, to be pointed at the top left corner of your mat. Your hips should be square to the front of the mat, like headlights on a car. So forward, forward. And then your front leg straight. Don't lock your knee, but just having a slight micro bend in that knee. So we want to keep that nice and good there. Keeping that navel to spine, shoulders up, back, and down. Let's breathe up, take a stretch, and then exhale. Our arms behind our back. What we're going to do is go ahead and clasp your forearms, or you can do your hands, whatever feels good for you. So the idea is that you're going to you're winging your arms apart there. So you can grab them like this. You can do reverse prayer pose or mudra. You can, if you need to, use a washcloth or something, and you can grab both if that's even, if this is a little much for you. But you can even go like this. Again, listen to your body, what feels good for you. So this is for you. So from here, let's go ahead and, again, I'm gonna check my posture because I kind of got out of alignment to show you guys, but keeping that tailbone in, navel to spine. Inhaling, exhale, slight back bend. As we hinge at the hips, navel to spine, strong legs, as we bring our chest to our knee, letting gravity take our head. Breathing here. Navel to spine with strong legs, hinging at the hips, bringing your body up, stepping forward, and then stepping back with that right foot. Again, your right back toe should be pointed at the right top corner of your mat. Left leg should be straight. Navel to spine, shoulders up, back and down, clasping your forearms or hands behind your back, whatever feels good for you. Slight back bend as we make our way forward, leading with the chest, navel to spine. Coming down, chest to thigh, as we dangle our head. Navel to spine, strong legs as we hinge at the hips, bringing ourselves back up, stepping back to center. And that was our intense side stretch. Again, keep facing forward on your mat. I'm just turning to the side to make it easier for you to see what it is I'm doing. Let's release our arms. Go ahead and shake those out. Maybe let's do some shoulder rolls. That feels good for you. I know it feels good for me. Let's go ahead and roll those forward. I like shoulder stuff. You know, you're sitting at a computer all day during the week, or maybe in your car doing lots of driving. I love the shoulder stuff, especially the exaggerated ones. Kind of go like this. As we come back to mountain pose, let's spread our feet to either side of your mat. You want to spread your feet so your pinky toes are just on the edge of your mat. And then from there, lift your feet and turn them outwards. If you're taller, you may need to spread your legs out a little further. If you're not, this should be fine for you. This is Malasana, or the birthing pose. Inhale up, gathering all that energy, hands to heart center as you gravitate the hips towards the earth, bringing those elbows between the knees. You can either hang out here for a bit. I kind of like this pose. It's so, I don't know, it just feels good. It's so opening and just, I just really like it. But if you want to keep going, go ahead and bring your hands on either side of you, making your way to the floor, however that feels good for you. As we move into our staff posture, Dandasana. This is the core posture for all of your seated poses. And here we want to make sure we move that meat, the meat away from your sits bones that are on your bottom there. You want to turn your thighs sort of inward so your toes, I don't know if you can see my toes, so your toes gravitate together. So your toes naturally just want to fall out to the sides, but if you turn those thighs kind of inward, it makes them want to fall together. So your toes should be pointed directly at the ceiling right now, on the ground. Your sits bones on the ground with all your meat, your glutes pulled to the side, and then shoulders up, back and down, navel to spine, nice and tall, gazing forward. For Dandasana. From here, let's go ahead and inhale up, And exhale forward, head to knee. And when I say head to knee, your head may not be anywhere near your knees. That's just the eventual goal, and that's okay. So just go ahead, take a breath, and exhale down. Wherever your body takes you, you can clasp your calves, you can clasp your ankles, or if you can get your toes, that is great too. So go ahead and just go for it. Here, if you can get your toes, a good, nice thing to do, go ahead and take those big, sorry, I'm talking to you, but go ahead and just have your legs or your head, let it relax. But while you're doing that, go ahead and give those thumbnail bed or those big toe nail beds a good massage with your thumbs. That'll help stimulate the pituitary glands to help generate melatonin and serotonin in your body for better sleep and happiness. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's inhale up, eyes to the horizon, and exhale as we move deeper into the fold. Again, wherever your body takes you. You know, I know myself, my head does not reach my knees. That's okay. It's head to knee pose, but that's the general direction that we're going here, people. So it's about progress, not perfection. Any little thing you do moves you forward. Everything counts. From here, let's go ahead and tuck that navel to spine, that false inhale, keeping our back nice and strong as we walk our hands back up our body. As we move to a seated twist, let's clasp that right knee with both our hands. You can either leave it here or ideally go ahead and cross it over your left foot. You want to go ahead and bring your arms around your knee, giving yourself a good hug. We need hugs. We all need hugs. 4 hugs a day for survival. So, and you can hug yourself too. Your body doesn't know the difference. It'll still feel good. Feels great, actually. I like to give myself a hug. Let's inhale and breathe here. And then from here, looking forward still, inhaling up, exhaling that arm, setting it right behind your bum there, keeping that right shoulder back and looking forward. Let's take a nice inhale through the nose, lifting up and exhaling as you look back over that right shoulder, keeping that right shoulder back. Again, inhaling up and exhaling, deepening into the stretch. Inhaling and then exhaling the other side for a counter stretch. Coming back to center, lifting that left knee, clasping it with both of your hands. Again, right here, ideally right here, whatever your body is feeling. Go ahead and give your left knee there a nice hug with that right arm. I feel it right there, so feels good. Giving yourself a hug, maybe smile. So it feels good. Inhaling up and then exhaling that left arm down. Sitting here for a second. Inhaling up and exhaling into that twist, keeping that left shoulder back. Inhaling up and exhaling as we go further into the twist. Again, keeping that left shoulder back will help you. And then releasing out into the other side for a nice counter stretch. Coming back to center. Again, so you should be laying on the long side of your mat. I'm just kind of moving around so you can get a better view. From here, let's go ahead. We're in our staff posture. We're going to make our way to the floor for the queen of all yoga poses, the Salamba Sarvangasana. So this pose, if you are on your moon time, aka your period, for those of you who don't know, or if you have heart issues or eye pressure challenges, it would be suggested that you refrain from this posture, but you could do a couple other things. So people who are going to be doing this with me, hold on a second, because for those who will not be participating in this particular pose, I'm going to give you some options. You can do child's pose, so feet together, either knees apart or knees together. The idea is your bum is sitting on your heels, and you can make your way to the floor, stretching your arms out, forehead to the mat. And just breathe there and rest until we're done. Or you could do butterfly pose. So just bringing your feet gently together in a seated position and your knees apart, and you can flap them like a little butterfly if you like. So those are two options. So while we move into queen posture. So let's go ahead and do that. So from here, we're gonna, for those of you participating in the Salamba Sarvangasana, the queen of all postures, let's go ahead and make our way to the floor into a supine position. I like to use my forearms to get me to the floor. And so from here, I like to go ahead and lift my knees up so my feet are planted firmly on the floor near my bum. And that way I can lift, kind of roll my butt up and over so I can scoop my hands underneath my bum. You want your palms to the mat, you back your hands up, and then tucking your elbows in. We want to go ahead and inhale, knees up, exhale, feet forward, feet straight up in the air. Rotating your feet left and right for Salamba Sarvangasana, the queen of all postures, a partial inversion, a great calming posture, good for your mental health, calming stress relief. And you know, if you have a hard time holding your legs up in the air, you can also scoot your butt. You can do it up against the wall, scoot your butt up against a wall and rest your legs up on the wall. So that works too. This is the first expression of this posture. There is a higher expression. For those of you who know it, feel free to practice that, but this is where I'm going to teach today. Go ahead and release your feet back down to the mat. And I want to just let you guys know who are doing that first expression, you are rock stars. And you know what, I know you see like people doing all these fancy poses and you know all these things, but the truth is you only need to go to that first expression to receive 80% of the benefits of that posture. So it is hugely beneficial. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. So you're awesome. You just did the queen. So from here, we are going to do the fish pose, which is the counter to the queen. Go ahead and reach your feet all the way down. Sorry, let's see. You can't quite see me. I'm kind of in a crowded room. I kind of got to do find space where I can in my house. I don't know if this can help you at all, but let me see if I can describe it good for you here. You want to just keeping your hands underneath your bum and your elbows in. You want to straighten your feet out and then straighten your legs out. Let your feet fall open to the sides as if your feet are shaped like a fish tail or a mermaid's tail. Just letting them fall to the side. So now with your elbows in, you want to go ahead and inhale, lifting up on those forearms. And then exhale, releasing just your head. So it's just hovering over the mat. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, one more inhale. And then releasing down to the mat. Removing your hands from under your bum. Let's take a nice big breath. And then releasing. Exhale through your mouth. Nice relaxing exhale. Then from here, reaching above you as far as you can, pointing your toes as far as you can. Inhaling and hold that inhale. Holding the inhale as you tighten your calves and your feet and your glutes and your abs and your arms, even your face. Holding that breath, holding it, and then releasing into your final Savasana. So go ahead and let your feet fall to either side of your mat. Let your hands fall either side of your mat, palms up. Just relaxing. Breathing here. Taking a moment. Relaxing here, being proud of yourself for taking this time for you. You are a divine human being. We all have been created with divinity and love and creativity. It is in you. Be proud of yourself for taking this time, for taking care of you. As you breathe, please just remain here, keeping your eyes closed. I'd like to share a little something with you. Unfortunately, I don't have music because I know there's rules about that and I haven't quite figured that out yet. So if you'd like, please feel free to start your own music. Maybe a gentle, calming sound of water or rain, something gentle. And if not, just remain in the silence. As you breathe in and out of your nose, feeling your chest and your belly rise and fall, feeling the wonders of your body, your wonderful body. Closing your eyes, imagining you were walking down a trail to a field of fresh green fields. The trail goes as far as you can see. You are strolling along the way, feeling lighter and lighter with every step. The path leads you to a beautiful valley full of wildflowers and a lovely stream flowing through it. It's a shallow creek flowing down slowly. As you approach the banks of the stream, you see that the water is crystal clear. You can see clear to the bottom, all the beautiful rocks in the bottom. And as you step into the water, you feel the warmth of the water, and it feels so nice. You take a few steps in, and you find a large enough rock to sit down in that water, just relaxing, watching the water flow as it bubbles over all the beautiful rocks underneath. It was just meant for you. You listen to the stream, all the wonderful gentle sounds as it flows over your feet. It feels so relaxing as you feel it flowing over your feet and through your legs. You ask the stream to just take away any stress that you may feel in your body and in your thoughts, and any bad feelings or emotions that don't serve you anymore, and you let go. Anything that makes you upset is released, and it flows away down this stream. You feel how all the stress easily leaves your body and mind and flows away. The energy from this beautiful water fills you up with happiness and joy, and into your whole body you feel it. It radiates through you. You thank the stream and its creator for all of these feelings and this never-ending flow of happiness. As you get up and walk the path slowly back home, you know that you can always come back here again to this special spot in the stream. Thank you so much for joining me today. The divine in me honors and respects the divine in you. Namaste.